When a movie is released, it typically falls into two categories: a success or a flop. Occasionally, a film might experience a minor flop, barely breaking even or losing just a few $1,000,000 at the box office. However, once in a while, a movie fails so spectacularly that it earns infamy for its disastrous performance. So I thought it would be fun for us to take a look at 5 of the worst box office disasters in Hollywood history. But before we get started, if you're a fan of my content and like me yapping about movies, TV shows and other media, don't forget to like this video, because it really helps out the channel, allowing more people to find more of my content. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell so that you never miss an upload. I have a mandate for 2025 where I will be consistently uploading Gravel content just like this. I've determined that a box office disaster has at least one of the following 3 major criteria. It's not enough for a film to have a colossal budget. It also has to fail miserably at recouping its costs at the box office. These are movies that, despite lavish spending, couldn't convince audiences to spend money on seeing it in the cinema. The true measure of a disaster is its fallout. Did the film's failure lead to layoffs, bankruptcies, or the unceremonious exit of top executives? When a single movie can topple careers and shut down studios, you know it's achieved legendary flop status. Some flops fade into obscurity, while others become infamous landmarks in pop culture. These are films that, despite, or because of, their failures, remain etched in public memory, often as cautionary tales or subjects of ridicule. Cutthroat Island is a pirate adventure film directed by Rennie Harlan, starring his then-wife Gina Davis and Matthew Modine. The story follows Morgan Adams, a daring pirate captain, as she embarks on a quest to find a legendary treasure hidden on Cutthroat Island. Armed with part of a treasure map, she faces off against her ruthless uncle, who also seeks the fortune. The film aimed to revive the pirate genre, which at the time was a genre that hadn't been popular for years. Spoiler alert, it didn't revive the pirate genre. With a production budget estimated between $92 million and $115 million, Cutthroat Island spared no expense on lavish sets and explosive action sequences. Despite the hefty investment, the film managed to gross a meager $10 million worldwide, making it one of the biggest box office flops in history. The production had numerous issues, including multiple rewrites, recasting, and significant delays. These problems not only inflated the budget, but also set the stage for its eventual downfall. The financial failure of Cutthroat Island was the final nail in the coffin for Carolco Pictures, leading to the company's bankruptcy. For context, Carolco Pictures was the film studio responsible for the first 3 Rambo movies and the Terminator 2. So yeah, Cutthroat Island did pretty badly. The film's disastrous performance made pirate-themed movies a toxic prospect in Hollywood, effectively sinking the genre until Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl. Fun fact, Cutthroat Island once held the Guinness World Record for the largest box office loss. Cutthroat Island remains as a cautionary tale of how even the most ambitious projects can go disastrously off course, leaving studios and careers shipwrecked. No pun intended. Now, I'm quite biased when it comes to John Carter. I was still a kid when I watched the movie for the first time. A soldier that gets transported to Mars and gets involved with a space war? Of course I was gonna love it, and in retrospect, it seems that a lot of people like the movie too. However, despite its ambitious scope, the film's high production costs and lackluster marketing led to its underwhelming box office performance, marking it as a major financial disappointment. In 2012, Disney ambitiously adapted Edgar Rice Burroughs' sci-fi classic, aiming to birth a franchise rivaling Star Wars. John Carter boasted a staggering production budget of over $263 million, with additional marketing expenses pushing the total investment even higher. The film grossed approximately $284 million worldwide, a figure that fell woefully short of covering its massive production and marketing costs. The marketing campaign was widely criticized for its ineffectiveness. The decision to title the film John Carter, omitting any references to Mars, left potential viewers confused about the film's premise. This, coupled with the trailers that failed to convey the story's excitement, resulted in a lack of audience interest. Disney reported a $200 million operating loss related to John Carter, marking it as one of Disney's most expensive box office failures. The film's flop led to significant changes within Disney's ranks. John Carter illustrates how even substantial budgets and source material pedigree can't guarantee success without coherent marketing and clear audience targeting. Heaven's Gate is a Western epic directed by Michael Cimino, featuring a cast led by Chris Christopherson, Christopher Walken, and Isabel Huppert. Set in the late 19th century Wyoming, the film dramatizes the violent Johnson County War, a real conflict between wealthy cattle barons and immigrant settlers. Known for its ambitious scope and meticulous attention to detail, the film became notorious for its bloated budget behind-the-scenes turmoil, and extended runtime. Its poor critical reception and poor box office returns contributed to its reputation as one of Hollywood's most infamous flops, nearly bankrupting its studio United Artists. Determined to craft a masterpiece, Cimino spared no expense, constructing elaborate sets and employing hundreds of extras. His perfectionism, however, would soon become the root of the film's downfall. Initially approved at $11.6 million, the budget somehow ballooned to an estimated $44 million, which was a staggering sum of money for a Western movie back in the 1980s. In today's value, that's $168,467,135.92. Despite this massive investment, the film only grossed $3.5 million domestically. Reports from the set detailed his insistence on multiple takes and strenuous attention to detail, causing the production schedule to completely spiral out of control. The financial disaster of Heaven's Gate was so severe that it pushed United Artists, the studio behind the film, to the brink of bankruptcy, leading to its eventual sale. The film became synonymous with Hollywood's unchecked directorial indulgence, prompting studios to impose stricter controls over filmmakers and budgets in subsequent productions. A not so fun fact: adding to the film's controversies, Heaven's Gate faced severe criticism from animal rights activists. On-set reports confirmed instances of animal abuse, including real cockfights and the decapitation of chickens, leading to widespread condemnation. Heaven's Gate is an example of artistic ambition unchecked by practical constraints, leaving a legacy of financial ruin and ethical controversies in its wake. In 2013, Disney sought to replicate the success of the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise by reimagining the Lone Ranger, casting Johnny Depp as Tonto and Armie Hammer as the Lone Ranger. Directed by Gore Verbinski and produced by Jerry Bruckheimer, the film aimed to blend action, humor, and nostalgia. However, the Western genre was already on life support at this point, making this a huge gamble. The production budget was a staggering $215 million, with marketing costs pushing the total investment even higher. The film, however, only grossed approximately $260 million worldwide, barely covering the production costs and resulting in an estimated loss of $160 to $190 million after marketing expenses. The film oscillated between slapstick comedy and brutal violence, which sounds like a great combo, but the audiences still couldn't tell who the movie was for. The promotional material failed to generate excitement, with many viewers finding the trailers lackluster and unengaging. Johnny Depp's portrayal of Tonto, a Native American character, sparked accusations of cultural appropriation and insensitivity, further deterring potential audiences. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far or getting any value from it, then why not help support the channel? I'm just a one-man team at Gravelnot, and although I do this because I'm passionate about the topics I discuss, I also spend a lot of nights creating these videos. So by buying me a coffee, you ensure that I can stay awake at night and continue working harder on creating better videos. Your support helps keep the channel going, and every penny goes back into making these videos better, so you can head over to the first link in the description to support the Gravelnot channel. The 13th Warrior, a historical action-adventure film directed by John McTiernan and based on the novel Eaters of the Dead. The movie is about an exiled Arab diplomat who becomes an unlikely ally to a group of Norse warriors. Together, they embark on a dangerous mission to defend a village from mysterious and deadly creatures. With a mix of Viking mythology and epic battles, the film was praised for its visuals and atmosphere. With a high budget and star-studded team, expectations were monumental, but struggled at the box office due to its high production costs and mixed critical reception. The production budget reportedly ranged from $85 million to $160 million, with the higher figure often cited due to extensive reshoots and production delays. The film grossed only $61.7 million worldwide, losing tens of millions of dollars. The film faced numerous challenges, including poor test audience reactions that led to numerous reshoots. These extensive reshoots and complete re-edits significantly inflated the budget and delayed the release. The film's failure highlighted the dangers of excessive spending without clear direction, and the pitfalls of attempting to salvage a troubled production through costly reshoots. So what have we learned from Hollywood's most catastrophic box office disasters? Aside from the fact that studios seem to have an endless capacity for self-inflicted wounds, some clear patterns emerge from the wreckage. First, let's talk about mismanaged budgets. It's not just about how much money is spent, it's about how and where it's spent. Overblown special effects, endless reshoots, and vanity-driven indulgences by directors have all contributed to ballooning costs that never see a return. It's like watching someone set a pile of money on fire, except they invite the whole world to watch it burn on a big screen. Then there's poor marketing. From trailers that fail to capture what the movie is about, to campaigns that outright alienate their target audiences, bad marketing has sunk even the most promising projects. And let's not forget how some of these campaigns try to overpromise but underdeliver, leaving audiences feeling duped and tricked almost. Finally, there's the industry's tendency to greenlight overly ambitious or downright unnecessary projects. Did the world really need a Lone Ranger reboot? Was a $44 million art house western like Heaven's Gate ever going to find its audience? Studios often seem to confuse nostalgia or grandeur with profitability. And it's these miscalculations that have led to some of the biggest losses in Hollywood history. But here's the real kicker. Will Hollywood ever learn? No. We know this because every year, without fail, there's always a movie released that flops, leaving audiences wondering why the movie was even made in the first place. Is the movie industry just doomed to keep repeating the same mistakes but on a grander scale? What do you guys think? Also, if there are any other examples of movie flops that you guys know of, leave them in the comments too, because I want to do some more research into this topic and see if there are any bigger movie failures that I might have missed. That's all for me. Until next time, see ya.